Okay, so I cut 2 legs with this saw here, and I measured it with the pants that I'm going to use, and I made this little cross here for the hips to separate the hips from the body. Okay, so I'm making sure that the screw that I use is enough to go through this 2x4 and to connect securely, and it looks like it is. And by the way, all this material that I'm using is from a fence project that my wife and I worked on last summer. So that's why it's kind of, well, it's dirty, but you know, that just adds to the effect of Halloween. So for the shirt of the Scarecrow, I have this costume that I put together a couple of years ago that I'm going to use for his torso and put him in some jeans to make him a little modern. Okay, and we're going to measure this for the sternum. Okay, so I got the shirt right over the board that I'm going to cut, and I want it right up to the neck because I want his head to really show from the neck of the shirt. So we're going to cut all the way right here, and this part of the wood is going to be attached to the final piece we just did. Okay, so now we're going to take our legs that are attached to the hip, and we're going to put the sternum right there up the middle. Okay, so now we got the legs and the hip and the torso connected. Now we're going to put on the arms. Okay, so I had these hinges, just kind of found them in the junk drawer in my kitchen. So I decided that maybe to give his arms a little mobility, when I'm done with this, I'm going to have him on the stand. But, I don't know, just for some variety maybe. But we'll see how this works. Okay, so now we're going to take the sleeve of the coat or jacket that we're going to use, and we're going to measure it for the arm length, and we'll run it to about this seam here. There'll be a little bit of an overlap, but it's just, you know, it's just a Halloween decoration. So the good thing about Halloween decorations is that the imperfecties add to the sense of spookiness and Halloween. So here we go. Okay, so now we got the legs, the hip, and the sternum, and we have these arms that both he's gonna be on the stand. So I wanted to make sure his arms didn't go above his head, so then he could just kind of keep himself there, like it's gonna be on a scarecrow, kind of like a cross. Okay, so this is the head I'm going to use. I just went and bought just a regular kickball for the head. And I would prefer to have a white ball, but by the time we get his head on there and the hat on, I think he'll be barely able to tell. And the red might add a little bit to the Halloween factor, you know, like having maybe red eyes and like a red mouth and red nose. We'll see what the final product looks like. Okay, so here's his head on, and might be kind of looks like his arms are coming out of his ears a little bit, but we can always adjust that when we get him up on the stand. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I have these kind of like little things of hay. They go around your feet, and this one goes around your legs, and this one's a little bit smaller, so it goes around your wrist. A couple years back, I was an evil scarecrow for Halloween, and this is going to be one of my permanent fixtures for my outside decorations, so I think it'll work out quite well. Okay, so as you can see, I got the the band around the wood, and the pants cover it, and so it looks like there's hay coming out. Also, I had to put a couple of screws, something I didn't really think about until I was putting the pants on. But the pants won't stay up by themselves, so I screwed it into the waist part, and yeah, looks like it's gonna stay on. And also have some Dollar Tree. Got these guys, the feet and the hands. So they're gonna probably screw right on there. The foot, and put a screw right up there, and they'll probably sit like so. I'll show you. So, well, when we get it attached, it'll be right here, and then there'll be hay coming over the foot. So I think it'll look really good when it's done. Okay, so now we got the feet on there, and we got the hay coming out of the pants. So it's starting to shape up pretty good, I think. Okay, so I just want to talk about this jacket real quick that I made. Just, you know, any retailer you can go to. I chose brown because it's more of a harvest color. So got a bag of just loose hay, and they sell this kind of stuff at like craft stores and all that. So what I did is I just used tape, and I try to use some tape that might camouflage in case it shows. I know it's cheetah print, but it's got the black and kind of, I don't know, yellow, orange. So anyway, I taped the inside, so then when the jacket closes, all you see is the hay coming out like it's stuffing coming out of, well, which was my costume a couple years ago. And I did the same thing to the back, so there's hay coming out, and then when you button it like so, it looks like you got hay coming out. So there'll be hay coming out, which essentially looks like the stuffing, and it's going to look like the whole thing is covered in stuffing. It works a little better on the person because the person's body takes up mass, so we'll have to figure out something if we just leave the bare bones. Okay, so now we got his jacket on, and we're now going to do the hands. Okay, so now I got the hay coming out of the hand portion, and going to attach these hands on each arm. See how it turns out. Okay, so here he is, almost. We just got to put the hat on him for a finishing touch. But here's how the hands turned out. Not too bad. You can still see the hand and the hay coming out. It turned out not too bad. Okay, so here he is in full. Not too bad. It's like turned out pretty dang good. Although he looks a little bit too happy, but maybe we get him. I'm not happy. Okay. Maybe we get him up on a cross on the holder. Maybe he'll look better. Okay, so right now I'm making the stand that the Scarecrow is going to be parched up on. And again, using old fence material, so it's going to give it that kind of old, creepy look, which is going to tie in very nice when I get the thing up and erected. Okay, so now I'm going to put the cross on where the arms are going to be resting on, and I purposely found a board that was kind of damaged from last year, kind of give it the creepy vibe here, and made sure I have a spot for the head to lay back on, and I might need to tie it back somehow, but I'm just kind of worried that this might look too much like a cross like for religious affiliation, and I just want to, if anyone's watching this, all 3 viewers, this is not religious, so yeah. Okay, so now I got him or her on the stand. It's not really flattering angle here, but do this so I can measure where I need to put the pegs that's going to keep him up. And the way I put the hinges on his arms is that they go down his arms, but they only go up that high, so he will stabilize very nicely when I put some pegs on there, or she. Okay, so right now we have the cross or the holder, whatever, standing in the yard. And we got those little pegs for his arms and for his feet. And then I have a stake on both sides that I drilled, and couldn't really do anything about the length of these, so I'm just going to put some gauze on that or some rubber so no one gets scraped walking by. But I would like it to be a little more sturdy. It's got a little bit of give to it, and I hope that just kind of goes with the wind and it doesn't fall down, but time will tell. Okay, so here is the final product with the Scarecrow on the stand, and that is a fake crow. I got it for my Scarecrow costume a couple of years ago, 3 years ago. It straps around your arm. You're supposed to wear it, but I tried it and it was really annoying to wear, but it looks pretty cool on that guy. And because it was swaying so much, just those two stakes weren't cutting it. So my son actually suggested to me to get a cinder block, and I believe this is I want to say 8 or 12 pound fishing line. It's really thick stuff. So I have this connected to the cinder block, and kind of going up, I got one going up to the top of the cross, and then I have one going to the feet, which is actually still securing him there on the cross. And also I put some additional line, if you could see that, around his arms to secure him there. So looks pretty good. I think it's gonna stay. So there you go, homemade Scarecrow with items laying around the house and old Halloween costumes. Thank you, and if you're watching this and you made it all the way through to the end, thank you for watching. I'm just starting a YouTube channel, and I'm learning a lot as I do these decorations and other things, so I appreciate everybody who visits and watch. Thank you.